Power and comfort. Two things that you get in the Mercedes I'm driving right now, and knowledge and power, what you can get if you're a subscriber to the Audrain Museum Network. Subscribe right now, and you too can be in the lap of luxury with speed. The entire concept of the Q ship, or the wolf in sheep's clothing, is so wonderfully expressed in this Mercedes. If you don't know, if you can't read the clues, never mind the badging, but the special AMG wheels and the little difference in the taillights, you would just think, oh, it's a regular E-Class sedan. But for those people who do know, who do see the cues, they know this is something very special indeed. And I love the idea of being able to enjoy performance like this in a package that doesn't attract a lot of attention. I am a confirmed coupe, sedan, station wagon kind of guy, and I especially love sedans. They're comfortable, they're versatile, you can carry your friends around in them, and they just give you a sense of well-being in the world. And since the Maserati Quattroporte of 1963, there's been a special thrill for me in fast sedans, especially fast, luxurious sedans, like the car I'm driving right now, a 2000 Mercedes E55 AMG. And this is a period of Mercedes history that I'm very familiar with. This W210 body is a contemporary of my 1999 SLK 230. And I really like the familiarity of all the controls in this car, and the fact that I think for me, Mercedes was at this point really on top of their game. And especially with this car, they had taken a controlling interest in tuner AMG at this point, and they would shortly, a few years thereafter, take over control of the company totally. But this car is very much a Mercedes and very much an AMG product. 5.5 liter V8 engine. We have 349 horsepower, and again, these numbers don't sound very impressive today, but put it into context of the time and into context of this vehicle, and I think they're very impressive indeed. And most importantly, as I always say, it's about usable power. This is also a car that has a wonderful suspension, very sophisticated, a 5-link rear end, and so it's designed to really be able to both use the performance and still provide the level of comfort that someone expects in a Mercedes of this class. This also has something which was fairly new at the time, a Tiptronic transmission. Automatic transmission with selectable shifts controlled by the computer. So much like an automatic stick shift of today, this was really one of the pioneering uses of this transmission, and using it is quite easy. I have it in automatic mode now, and I'll try it in the manual Tiptronic mode in a little bit. But the gearing in the transmission in drive mode is really wonderfully reactive. So, it's a matter of making a choice. Just as today, people want to know about the variances between a double clutch gearbox and a stick shift. That's nice damping over that. And it is simply a matter of preference, because frankly, as we all know, we're not going to be as fast as the computer is, or perhaps judge the road surfaces and conditions as well. But I will give it a try, and in the meanwhile, this car is absolute heaven. Oh my God, this would make a great companion to my SLK, that's for sure. The dashboard just warned me that I was on loose surface, so the traction control was kicking in. It's another thing about this era of car. We're beginning to get those driving assist amenities like traction control, which of course you can deselect if you want. I will not be deselecting it. it's funny to have that feature in a sedan, because you think, well, who's going to hurl this around a track and want to slide it? But I'm sure there were some owners who wanted to do that, and so they were given the opportunity just to do that. Yeah. I love my job. And this also has that older Mercedes feel. I know a lot of people feel that even at this point, because this is the product of Daimler Chrysler, and I did recently hear that old joke about someone walking up to an engineer and saying, "Excuse me, what is the proper pronunciation of Daimler Chrysler?" And the engineer replies, "The pronunciation is Daimler. The Chrysler is silent." But nonetheless, I think that Daimler Chrysler brought a great deal to Chrysler products, God knows. I had a 2004 Chrysler Pacifica, which is basically a Mercedes E-Class wagon with a redesigned body, and it was a fantastic car. The Chrysler Crossfire was the SLK in a different drag, but this is a wonderful car, and it's also one of these cars that is both a collector's item and something incredibly usable in any kind of driving you want to do. This is definitely on my list of cars to drive across the country, without a doubt. Oh my God, this would be incredibly entertaining to drive for a while at nice high average cruising speeds on the internet, and then get off every now and then and find a nice twisty 2-lane road. This would be absolute heaven. Now I'll give a try of the Tiptronic feature. So I'm in drive now, I shift over, I'm in 4th gear, and by pushing the gear shift to the left, I now select 3rd, then 2nd, yeah, that's quick too. The shifts are instantaneous. Yeah, I can see that you get a lot of response and enjoyment out of using this. And it's very interesting to see where this type of transmission has gone. My 2017 Alfa Giulia has a similar feature. Actually, it was funny, I was commenting on the fact that in the Giulia you can choose to shift in 3 different ways, using the paddles, using the car in automatic, or in this kind of Tiptronic mode with the shifter side to side or back and forth. But this is very handy. And of course, it's got a great display so that you know what gear you're in on the dashboard. Revs nicely. And back to 4, and pressing the knob again to the right brings you back into drive mode. Brilliant. This also has a winter and summer feature in the transmission, so that in the winter mode you start off in 2nd gear, just like the old Mercedes automatics used to avoid wheel spin. I think it's brilliant. You know, my list of cars that I want to buy is growing and growing and growing, but I don't have time to drive them all. Thank God for the Audrain Museum Network, and I get to do this. But this is a swell piece of kit, and I think that for those who are enamored of the modern AMG products, which frankly to my taste err a little on the side of the extreme, but that's what the market today wants, this is a car that has that performance edge and the comfort. To me, that's the perfect match, the ultimate blend.